Okay, everybody, here we are. Let's recap the lesson. I'm on page 461. So we took a geometric sequence. G of n equals -4 times -3 times x minus 1. And again, our idea is to change it to what we call a regular exponential function. So we changed the x minus 1 into a -3 to the x and a -3 to the -1. With the -1 power, it changes into a fraction, a 1 over -3. Then I multiplied the -4 times the -1/3, and I got 4/3 times -3 to the x. Okay? And I did it again on part B. I had a geometric sequence. G of n equals -16 times -1/4 to the x minus 1. Again, I need to take the x minus 1 and make it into two parts, a -1/4 to the -1 and a -1/4 to the x. And then this becomes a -4. You can try it on a calculator, but if you -1/4 to the -1 power, you get -4. And then I multiply these two and got a positive 64. So my function is fx equals to 64 times a -1/4 to the x. Okay, then we talked about the fact that how are these the same and how are these different? If it is a sequence, like g of n, then it becomes terms. First term, second term, third term. It is discrete because it's not continuous. There is no y-intercept. If we change it to an exponential, then we connect all the points, right? And then all of the decimals and fractions and all the points in between, and you get a y-intercept, and it ends up going all the way to -infinity and positive infinity, okay? So there's what we saw, the same, the differences, okay? Then we took a look at the next one, and we said, okay, well, here's an example of 3 friends that want to eat healthy. And so they say, okay, call 4 friends every day and show them your healthy breakfast. So then it goes from 3 to 12 to 48, 192. Now, we talked about if you cannot figure out what the multiplier, what r is. If you cannot find out what r is simply the second one divided by the first one will always give you the value of r. So if you can't figure it out, take the second one divided by the first one. You can always get the multiplier, which is r. So then we looked at it as a geometric sequence. So we get 12 times 4 to the n minus 1. But then if we wanted to change that to a function, we know we started with 3 people. That would be like a y-intercept. So it's 3 times 4 to the x, okay? And then we get the geometric sequence and the same exact one. But then really this one's geometric because you've got your friends, friends, friends. You don't have any half friends. You don't have half days. It's just 1, 2, 3. So this simply is a geometric. It's not a function, okay? All right? So the ratio was 4. Day 0 is 3 kids. Again, the way we find r is always the second term divided by the first term. Okay. And that's all I have. We did talk a little bit about negative exponents. We know with negative exponents, it's 1 over. It's going to be take your value. You're going to take your 2 to the -4, same as 1 over 2 to the 4th power. Negative exponents like 1 over, 1 over, 1 over, okay? All right. That's all I had for today. I'll see everybody tomorrow.